There are all kinds of people watching. Hopefully no one rail slides it and goes out into that area there. Normally it's just turn marshals.
Yeah, everyone excited. I mean, this is, even the people that are here, even those that made an A main in another class, they're still here to watch this race. This has always been exciting for 17 years now. The Pro Buggy main at the Nitro Challenge has been the crowning jewel. We talked all week about this being one of the toughest races of the year, one of the most prestigious races of the year. The track has been incredibly difficult all week, providing a challenge for every driver that's hit the course. Truck main last night was wild, and this race is, I think, going to be even crazier. Unless someone gets out front, which is possible that someone could get away and get a big enough gap that no one's able to catch him because you can't really push on this track. Man, I don't know. I don't really see a breakaway win here. Interesting, though, up front, we're going to have teammates Ryan Maifield and Dakota Fend that lead the field into 1 and 2. That's either going to be a great thing for them because they know that they're going to work together, or it's going to be a disaster because Mayfield might, bobble or something. Dakota's got to check up, and maybe there's just a huge pileup that, creates a melee for everyone else. We could learn a lot about this race in the first, 90 seconds. Mayfield, Fenn, Cavalieri, Tessman, Rivkin, Tebow, Ronafalk, Ogden, Numedal, King, Bornhorst.
They're doing something in Mayfield's car real quick. As you see, Jake Thayer there reaching his back pocket. Up something to the low speed.
Yeah.
Yep, Mayfield was saying something. They were communicating about something. Jake Thayer reaches in there and does something with the low speed needle. Nice up close shot right there. Jake Thayer. I didn't realize his body had so much pink in it. There's Jerry Blodgett for Dakota Fenn. Lou Dog. He's got Cavalieri, Tessman right there with Gord.
Two dads pitting two of the fastest racers on the planet.
Another one, Ronafalk. Is that his father there?
Yep, Pierre. Cody Numedal's dad, Larry.
Yep.
Cody King's dad, Paul.
Mike Truey's dad, Tim Long. No, I'm just kidding.
Mike Truey's new daddy, Tim Long.
Yep. Something going on here. Tebow needs a refire, possibly? Or is that Rivkin?
Yep. Was that Richard Saxon telling Spencer, use your head?
Spencer Rivkin, he's your 5th qualifier. Scuffing tires, that's what we heard. Possibly. He already scuffed them.
They're going to get scuffed. This race is 45 minutes long on an incredibly abrasive but slick track, and it's going to be interesting to see if tire wear becomes an issue.
Afghan in the chat room. Here we go. Joey giving him some signs. Aaron even out there for this one.
Oh, 2 people signaling the down and quiet. Let's see how well they're synced up.
Aaron, the trusty old co-pilot.
Richard over there doing a little last-minute foot sweep of Spencer's starting spot.
Here we go.
All comes down to this. 1, 2, 3. And they're off. Pro Buggy A main here at the Dirt Nitro.
Who was that?
Whoa! Is that Tanner Denny?
Yep. And Rivkin upside down right there. Should be dead last
out of turn number 1.
That's going to be worth a replay.
Interesting. Mayfield and Fenn both. I wonder if they pre-planned that, not jumping up the steps.
I'm sure they communicated.
Yep. Cavalieri did go for it, though. Fortunately for the top 2, was not close enough for that to be a deciding factor there. Tessman in a pretty good spot right now. If he's got room behind him, doesn't have to worry about playing defense, he can just kind of see how the top 3 shake this out right here. I would not want to be Cavalieri right now because he doesn't
sandwich.
Yeah, and he's got the 2 teammates
big
up front.
Puff of smoke out of Cavalieri's car right there. Another one.
And Dakota had to stomp on the brakes so he didn't run over Mayfield at the end of the start straight. Kind of checked up a little bit, and that worked out great for Mayfield. But now
Mayfield jumping up that.
Behind him.
Wow, the people that jump up that, they're going wide and getting in the chop. Yeah. We're going to see some adjustments. You watch.
Yeah, I would not be surprised to see them start pulling off the Colin Herzig line.
Yeah,
Dakota looking to the inside of Mayfield.
Mayfield goes a
stomping
little
on the
wide.
brakes
Yep.
again.
He's hungry for a win here.
Yeah.
He really is. I mean, even in the pits talking to him, he is just like devoted.
That again, checking up hard. So he got lucky there. If at the least, that could have been a really bad crash, and he could have lost 3 spots. But he's had to check up a couple of times, so he didn't run Mayfield over. That could be the difference in time.
Oh, what happened there? Well, it's almost like
shot off.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a radio issue
Oh,
or what.
man, it looked like it to me. The car just was gone.
Cody getting around him, so that's going to drop
Cavalieri,
down to 5th.
Cole
6th.
Ogden up there. Nice job, Cole Ogden.
Ogden and King from 8th and 10th on the grid up to 4th and 5th. So again, last race of the whole week, and we see 2 more cars from mid-pack back of the grid with rocket starts. Cavalieri in the 2nd spot, and now Tessman.
Nice move. Oh,
dives
Cavalieri
to the
bumps
inside.
into him. That was a great pass. I watched him do that in warm and kept jumping that instead of going wide.
And great reaction from Cavalieri to stomp on the brakes and not ruin both of them. That could have been ugly, and Mayfield would be gone.
And they're all jumping up that thing. They're not doing that, what we watch in Expert Buggy. Nice.
And
Cavalieri, true sportsman right there.
Jumping up on the ledge and making it look easy.
You don't hear much talk of Cavalieri taking people out.
Yeah, that's true.
You just don't. I
Yep.
mean, maybe I'm just out of the loop or what. But Mayfield, your leader. Tessman 2nd. Ryan Cavalieri 3rd. We got Cody King in 4th. Fenn dropped to 5th. Bornhorst up to 6th from 11th. Tebow is 7th. Ronna Falk 8th. And this is a familiar scene we're looking at right here, especially at the Nitro Challenge.
No kidding. 3 drivers that between the 3 of them account for more than 50% of the Dirt Nitro Challenge championships between the Pro Buggy and truck classes, I believe. And just shaping up to be an incredible 45-minute main here. Cody
Wow,
King,
Tessman was quick through there.
yeah, King running 4th, Dakota Fenn 5th, only half a second behind. If Dakota, you saw them just going over the front step there. Dakota's definitely got the speed. I don't know if he's going to have
And
the
the
ability
drive.
to track these guys down.
Mayfield makes a mistake.
Oh my
He's
gosh, and
upside
the turn
down.
marshal facing the opposite direction.
That's Lee Lopez running to get him. That was Mayfield's own mistake.
Yep, all by himself. That was ugly. And now Tessman and Cavalieri. Now Cavalieri's in a great spot. And as long as he can hang on to Tessman, otherwise Tessman just got handed a great opportunity to do what he did in the truck main once he got out front. Even though that was much later in the race, once he got out front, he was able to control the pace and checked out.
Here comes your A-Man instant replay. What happened to Ryan Maifield? There he is. Oh, man, it looks like he hit a little right, hit the pipe and just went upside down. Wow, Mayfield, though, he's down to 5th.
Car hooked hard to the right there, and he just got sucked into the pipe. And unfortunately, the car didn't slide very far. The turn marshal had a long way to go.
We saw a last-minute tire change for Mayfield. He had different tires on his car in tech. Soon as they got the car out of tech, they immediately went and changed the tires on it. I talked to Dyno Dan Hissam right before warm-up. I said, hey, have you guys made any changes? I mean, I'm not sure how many changes they've made, but he said, we're just messing with ride height right now with the changing track condition. There's Mayfield and Cody King. That's the battle for 4th.
Yep, Dakota getting back up to 3rd when Mayfield made that mistake. King coming up way short on the triple. Lucky that didn't put him on his lid. But Mayfield getting around for 4th, and you know he's going to be motivated.
Right there.
Mayfield.
Man on a mission.
Yeah, he is going to be super punched after that. And we're either going to see incredibly fast, dominant Mayfield or self-destruct at the 25-minute mark Mayfield.
On track right there with Ryan Maifield. It's Tessman the leader, Cavalieri in that 2nd spot, Dakota Fenn 3rd. Dakota Fenn, something happened to his car, almost looked like a runaway earlier. Now he's back up to 3rd, Mayfield down to 4th. After up to 6th, it's Tebow 7th, Ronafalk 8th, and Rivkin. Cole Ogden, wonder what happens on lap 4. Oh, he's off the track where he was.
Rocket
he was
start
all the way
from
up
Ogden.
to 4th.
Yep. Terrific start for the Georgia native, and unfortunately falling out of this one after just 2.5 minutes.
Dakota Fenn, that was a wild crash. I think he dropped back to 5th possibly.
Yep.
He's the man on the move. Let's see, Dakota Fenn with the fastest lap of the race right now with the 40.307.
Yikes. Yeah, let's see if Fenn can get up there and hang on to Cavalieri.
He's reeling him in.
Yeah.
I mean, Fenn is on fire.
With a PH.
Yeah.
Capital PH. Cavalieri, once again, in a sandwich. He's got a car in front and behind. Tessman has not been able to leave these guys, and Fenn is catching them both. All three. Oh, Fenn getting lucky there, jumping up onto that step and got the right rear tire up on the pipe. Fortunately, able to roll out of it. That car looks really, really fast.
Yeah, fresh off the Reedy Race Championship right here. It's his first Nitro race of the year. Oh, Cavalieri with the wheelie out of that keyhole corner.
And Fenn's car hooked to the right coming out of that keyhole and was not able to try to punch it by Cavalieri. Cavalieri getting up on the outside pipe and very wisely just let Fenn go instead of trying to slam the door.
I think they're all coming into pit lane this lap. It just depends on where they are by the time they get over there. 7 minutes down. Yeah, this should be a pit lap. So we're on your leaders right here. If I'm right, they're going to come in for a pit lap. Just depends on who's doing what with mileage.
Yeah, this is interesting because this is going to be right at 7:30. I wonder who takes a flyer. There's no way all 14 of these guys.
Not worth it unless you know you're getting 10 minutes. I don't know any of those guys are getting 10 minutes. Nope. Tessman stays out. Oh, man, he almost tried to trick him.
Fenn was the only one that came in. Yeah, yep. Cavalieri staying out one more lap. But that wasn't 7:25. I don't know.
That's true.
But this puts him at 8:15 coming in this time. So, yikes.
Well, these guys are both OS-based engines here.
Right.
They're known to get the good mileage.
That's true.
But we had some people run out of gas last night.
Yep.
So this is an interesting call here. We watched this happen last night.
Cavalieri ran out of gas twice.
I know. I wasn't going to mention names. Wow, Tessman, your leader. This is going to be his pit lap unless he's on a 9-minute pit strategy, and he is.
Wow.
And Cavalieri, we're not sure what happened to Cavalieri, if he came in or not. It looked like Savoya's car being ran. Cavalieri in the pits and out. He's on an 8-minute pit strategy, but he's in at 8:15.
And Fenn getting by him, so he's out on the track in second. Let's see if Fenn now can try to close in a little bit on Tessman before Tessman pits. I have to imagine Tessman's coming in this lap.
I just got word Cole Ogden had a servo failure.
Oh, man. That's rough. Looks like Mayfield got out there around Cavalieri as well. I'm not sure
Did Mayfield pit?
Yet.
46.6. I'm sure he pitted right there.
That's true. So that he caught up to Cavalieri then pretty quick.
After that craziness, and he's only
Ty.
7 seconds back from time. Wow.
Dad grabs it. Man with the fuel stick.
8:53 he was in for his pit right there.
And look at that, Fenn getting out in front.
Oh, man, it is on like Donkey Kong here in the Pro Buggy A main event.
That doesn't happen very often, that Tessman loses a position when a pit stop cycles through like that. So Fenn had a terrific outlap. After his pit stop, he pulled off a 40.5, and Tessman's in-lap was a 41.4. So Fenn made up nearly a full second that time by, and that's about the gap right now. Fenn crossing the line with a 1.4 second lead. We got Mayfield third, Cavalieri fourth, and look at that, Joe Bornhorst.
Here he comes.
Second place finisher from last night.
You never know. I mean, he's how far behind the leader? 13 seconds behind the leader, 8.7 back from Cavalieri.
That's doable. And especially if one of these guys runs into a problem at some point, Bornhorst could be potentially looking at another podium finish. Incredible performance here from the Techno RC driver so far.
Mayfield's car looking really fast as well. Mayfield's last lap is at 40.069.
Yeah, that's
look at Fenn's last lap, or fast lap, 39.9. Fastest lap for Tessman of 40.8. Man, everyone's out there flying.
Well, yeah, but look at that. Fenn and Mayfield both 0.8 of a second faster than everybody else.
Yeah, they're both of their cars are hooked up, working good. They're pitted right across from each other in the pits over there. Mayfield's table right across from Dakota Fenn's table. And here they are. It's Fenn, your leader. He is flying, and he spins out right there in the crater hole. That was weird.
That's what you get away with a 2-second lead, because he spun around and got back going again. And
that was a great recovery, by the way.
Yep.
They're all jumping up that step up. They're confident about going inside right there and jumping up it. Mayfield's on fire right now. Man, anything can happen. Here's what we got going on for pit situation.
How much Mayfield caught Tessman at the end of the back straight?
Yep, and like he said, what happened to Finn? And it's a three-way battle. This is a weird spot to be in. You want to make sure you're not running into each other. Here's where we're going to see their driving skills. I thought Mayfield might long jump that, but he hit the brakes. He doesn't want to be that guy. Finn, he gets a little bit sideways, and he lands on top of Tessman right there. Tessman was really good at taking that inside line.
Yep.
There's Fendi, gets underway, not too far back. Cars look like they might be getting a touch edgy all of a sudden, and there's only 11 minutes down in this one. Mayfield looks like the fastest guy on the track at the moment, though.
But Tessman looks like the most solid. Wow, Mayfield stomping on the brakes at the end of the straightaway.
You know they're going crazy out there.
Tessman over, yep. Arizona loves Mayfield, the hometown boy. Up over the front side step-up jump. Mayfield out of
sideways.
Shape.
Wow, what a recovery.
And
didn't even let off.
And enough rip to make it over the triple after not getting a very good run at it.
That's where he crashed earlier right there.
Yep. So we see that Mayfield and Fenn can both turn way faster laps than everybody else. But Tessman hasn't really made a catastrophic mistake yet.
We need to get out there right when this is over. Well, we're going to see anyway. Wonder what tires he went to, man. That was a last-minute tire change. I don't know if it's a compound, a lug pattern difference. Ty Tessman, hot bodies, OS engines, and Proline rubber. He's out in front. He's got fast company all over his back door. TLR, Reds Power, JConcepts rubber right there. That's going to be Mayfield and Tessman. That's the battle for the lead. Fend in third, Ryan Cavalieri in fourth, David Ronafalk up to fifth, Bornhorst down to sixth, Spencer Rivkin all the way up to seventh right now.
Whoa.
That's some courtesy. Yeah, these guys, they're not. Yeah.
Mayfield locked it up.
Keeping the drama to a minimum at this point.
Well, oh, man, but making a mistake there, and that's going to give Tessman a little bit of room. It almost looked like Mayfield just kind of overcooked into that turn and wasn't really planning to do it. But there's another one of those instances where it looked like Mayfield had more speed, but he ended up making a mistake. So Tessman doesn't have, at least hasn't turned it on yet enough to try to pull away, but he hasn't really crashed at all. And Mayfield has gotten away with flirting with disaster for 13 minutes now.
Yep. Oh, and there he goes.
One.
And another one. He's upside down. Doesn't need to be turn marshaled. And there's Dakota Fenn. These guys are teammates. They're going to keep it real right here. Oh, man. He was going to make sure he didn't get it.
Well, it looked like his rear tires caught.
There's that baby crater right there, yeah.
Yep. And jerked the car back to the left. Allows Dakota to get to the inside. Dakota making a mistake.
I watched Dakota jump that whole corner in practice.
Yep. But again, these guys are going fast and they're making mistakes, and Tessman's walking away. 4.3 second lead.
Yep, Cavalieri there in the mix in the fourth spot. Ronafalk fifth. Joe Bornhorst sixth. Here, I don't know if this is going to matter at the end. Aaron's probably a little bit quicker on this stuff. Fend was in at 7:25. Cavalieri was in at 8:15 on the master clock. Mayfield was probably in on that same lap as Cavalieri. Tessman, though, he went 8:53 is when I had him on the master clock when he came into pit. So it's Tessman, Mayfield, Dakota Fend. That's the top three. Cavalieri fourth. Ronafalk in the fifth spot. Ronafalk has the craziest tire combination of anybody out there. He's running city blocks on the front and I-beams on the back. But, you know, he's, let me see here. He's 14 seconds off your leader, 7 seconds away from Cavalieri in fourth.
Yeah, if you don't go to eliminate a stop from the 7:30 strategy, you have to go at least 9. So
Tessman's right there. I mean,
right. Fend in and out
Fend
of
in the pits. Fend is in the pits, and the clock is 14:30 right there. Right. 14:35.
But that's a little bit short of 7:30. So I imagine these guys.
But he was short earlier. I think he was like 7:20. Remember, you said it's not quite 7:30, and then he gets upside down right there,
making another mistake, coming up a little bit short on that double, and those mistakes are starting to add up. That's why Tessman's got a 4.2 second lead on Ryan Mayfield, and Mayfield's just got to start.
Wonder if Mayfield's going to come in right here for fuel. It's the 15-minute mark, and he is. He's in exactly 15:10 on the clock for Mayfield. 15:10 for pit number 2.
I think Jake Thayer just demonstrated why that Proline fuel stick is such a great idea, because it's awkward to get your elbow up to use a standard fuel gun, where Leanne Tessman just plunges the fuel stick right into the tank and squeezes.
So Tessman should be coming in, I don't know, probably the lap after this one. If he's not right there on 9, he's got a few laps till he needs to come in.
Yeah, if
should
he
be at almost the 18-minute
mark.
mark. So Tessman, your leader, with a 3-second lead. Mayfield second.
Mayfield,
Cavalieri third.
Mayfield drug the front tires up the step-up jump, and it rolled hard to the right. He's lucky he brought that back down on all 4 tires.
Someone else just shot into pit lane right there. I'm not sure who that was. Here's an interesting fact that when I was at Proline, on a visit there's Tessman. There's your leader. We're going to track with him for a little bit, see when he comes into pit. That Proline fuel stick, that's being hand put together right there at Proline by one of the engineers.
Really?
Yeah, man, it was cool. So that Proline fuel stick is worth every penny that you spend for it. It is trick.
Yep, and it's world champion for a reason. It might be Dirt Nitro Challenge champion if this continues to shake out this way. Also, national champion from last year.
Man, look at Tessman right now. He's got a 9-second lead, and it looks like he could possibly be going one less stop. The first time, ooh, a little bit sideways right there.
Tessman rails the berm, just nice and easy. 41.6, 41.1, 41.2, 41.5, 41.1, 41.6, 40.991. You know, we've got a 9.2 second gap between Tessman and Mayfield.
I think we got another minute until we see him come into pit lane.
Yep.
Oh, there he is. This is going to be, the clock will be exactly 17:11.
Yep. See Gore just huck tie his car onto pit lane, and usually that's scary because the pit guy can't, you know, your arms are swinging in an arc, and you can throw the car into pit wall, but Gore did that very, very well. Yeah. He would have had to have gone to 18 minutes to be staying on this 9-minute fuel strategy. So
it's just under 9 minutes. His first one was at 8:53, second one at 17:11. We're on the battle right there before. That is Ronafalk and Rivkin. Someone got the bad end of that stick. I'm not sure what car that was.
That was Ronafalk and Bornhorst. And unfortunately,
Bornhorst
tumbling over those rollers back there. Ronafalk's going to take over 5th.
Ronafalk, Team Hot Bodies right there. AKA Tires. He is currently this should put him in the 5th position. Lightning fast driver.
Yeah, maybe Ty backed off that 9-minute pit strategy if he already had a lead built up there.
That's possible.
Yep. I mean, even with that pit lap, still a 2.5-second gap on Mayfield.
Jared Tebow up to 6th.
Wow. Yeah, well, back to where he started. He had a pretty rough beginning of the race.
I mean, even in warm-up, I was talking to Joey, you know, and it's like over the years, these types of track conditions usually benefit Jared Tebow.
That's true. But, yeah, it seems like, you know, the Tessman factor. I think Ty is just so prepared and ready for these races as we see here.
Here's some drama possibly getting ready to unfold.
No kidding.
Lutz and Rivkin.
That was the battle for 3rd in last night's Pro Truck.
Oh, and look, that was the exact pass where it happened.
The exact corner and almost the same situation if Rivkin had jumped further down the step-up jump. It'd be interesting to see if Rivkin even bothers trying to get by. It's super early in this race, and they are 3 seconds behind Bornhorst, the next car ahead of them. So you got to wonder if Spencer just plays nice. I don't really think so. Spencer doesn't seem like the kind of racer that will hang back there and just
look at the gap there. Tessman only 1.5 ahead of Mayfield. So Mayfield is reeling in. Ty Tessman again here. Mayfield in that 2nd spot. Oh, he just was that. Is that the battle there? Yes, it is.
Yeah, he made up a
Ty
second.
Tessman, Ryan Maifield. Ryan Maifield on a mission.
Mayfield made up a second over the last 2 laps, half a second each lap, and starting to close in. It looks like they might be now on the same fuel strategy. Maybe not the same lap, but it probably is going to be about the same amount of same number of stops unless Tessman's able to go.
Tessman came in exactly 2 minutes after Ryan Maifield.
Yep, but too short to make to eliminate the stop by averaging 9 minutes per tank. Unless he's able to stretch one.
Oh, he went wide out in the marbles. Mayfield goes by.
Wow.
They're going to have a bunch of traffic there. Yeah, that was a nice save though. It looks like it's really hard to drive the car when it's out there. And Mayfield goes into the lead. Oh, and he hits the pipe, and he saves it right there.
Tessman diving to the inside, so he definitely isn't being patient. Just made a mistake there, and then tried to keep it out off of the lid.
Look at people cheering them on right there. They're coming up on traffic, though. And Mayfield goes a little bit. Wow, that is some close racing right there. They have 25 minutes remaining, or 24:10 remaining in this one. A lot of racing ahead of them.
Almost halfway
Mayfield
done.
and Tebow. Oh, Mayfield gets he cases it and gets slideways.
I wonder if they are trying to be too perfect over that jump, or if it's just really hard to get out of that corner.
I think, from what Cannon Line said, if you're not in the right spot, it's hard to jump.
So I wonder if the lip there is boogered up like this jump right here. Both of them making it up there nice and clean and right on the inside. So that's kind of the best of both worlds. They're making the gap, but then they're also inside of those ruts, which is where
oh man, they both crashed at the same time.
But Tessman didn't need a turn marshal, and Mayfield
that was crazy.
Yeah, that was interesting, but Mayfield's going to drop back a little bit further. It was already 1 second at the line.
Cavalieri 7.5 back from Mayfield in that third spot. Dakota Fend back up to fourth. He's just in fourth. 6.5 seconds back, but he's 15 seconds off the leaders right now. The leaders have a 8-second cushion on Cavalieri at the moment. You're watching the Pro Buggy A-Main event here at the Dirt Nitro Challenge. This is the one, like Aaron said earlier, this is the one everybody came here to watch or to participate in. This is the big one. Your coverage brought to you by A-Main Hobbies and Team Associated RC Cars. You're on track with Ty Tessman right there. He's your leader. Mayfield in the second spot.
Mayfield made up about a tenth of a second last time by, so it's just under 1 second. But he jumped that first roller on the backside there a little far, and the car got out of shape.
I wonder if Ty went wide on purpose right there so he could make it. And look at this. They got traffic in front of him.
That's stays out now.
Is that Fend out in front of him? Was that his car I saw there?
I'm not sure. I didn't.
Right? Nope, I'm not sure that was him.
No, I think that's Denny's buggy.
Fend would have came in earlier. That's
Mayfield with a big mistake heading up the back step there.
That was probably not a marshal, probably just one of the guys watching the race.
To the backside rollers here. This is the double that's been getting everyone fits, but he makes it over just fine. It was 5 seconds at the line last time by after Mayfield made that mistake, and Cavalieri took the second spot.
Tessman coming up on, I think that's Tanner Denny he's coming up on there. Tanner Denny, Ryan Maifield, great friends. Sure Tanner Denny's going to pull over for him when the time comes.
Tessman up the hill. That's one of those sections that's just so hard on the clutch and fuel mileage on this track.
Something broke on Tessman's car. No way. Tessman I don't know if it's a rock or if his car is just broken. Oh, and people are cheering. I hate that. Oh, man, something happened to Ty Tessman's car. They're trying, it's in the back right. They're going to fuel him right there anyway. They got it freed up. It must have been a rock because there he goes. Oh, my goodness. Something happened to Ty Tessman when he had a nice, comfortable lead. He had a 7-second lead on Mayfield when that happened. Ryan Maifield, might be your race leader right now. Something going on that I'm not sure what's going on here. But Ryan Maifield, he's coming across the line right there. That's your new leader. Mayfield out in front, second spot.
Down and pick up the rock that was stuck in the wheel and hand it to Gord, and Gord spiked it on the ground.
Man.
But that changes everything.
But I'm wondering because he got
and last lap chipped off another 10th. Unfortunately, Mayfield closed up to 7.2 seconds.
And then Tessman's right there, 1.8 behind him. So, man, it's anybody's race still at this point. This is exciting. This is the Dirt Nitro Challenge, not the Dirt Nitro Easy. That's kind of the slogan going around in the pits. 8-scale Pro Buggy A-Main on liverc.com. Here, coverage brought to you by A-Main Hobbies and Team Associated. There's your leader, Ryan Maifield. He's got a 2-second lead over Cavalieri. Cavalieri with a 9-second lead over Fend. 7-second lead over Fend, and Fend with a 1.8-second lead over Tessman in fourth. There's Tessman. He had a rock just they immediately got it out of there. Someone spiked it, threw it on the ground. I don't blame him.
Yeah. Is it worth walking over to?
Oh, who's that? Who is that? Oh, that's Rivkin. He's having or receiver or something. I'm not sure.
Half. Dakota could be working his way up to Cavalieri if he keeps chipping off time like that.
Dakota into pit right now at 29:20.
And Tessman getting by for the third spot. So 30 seconds away from the 30-minute mark there for Fenn. Still roughly the 7:30.
Oh, Mayfield getting upside down. It looks like his car might be getting a little bit harder to drive. He made a slight mistake over there in another corner on the same lap.
Excellent turn marshal job, though. He was already moving before the car stopped flipping and got the car back out on the
here because we just didn't get it on camera. He stays out. Have to pit at some point. Well, we're not tracking with that after that incident with the rock. His car looks loose. Mayfield goes. Oh, now they're battling. Tessman riding the pipe. Mayfield goes by. Now they're in battle mode.
Yeah, I have to wonder if these guys would just rather sort out the second spot like this, or if they
there's the race on the line. I would think. Well, I don't know.
So do they back off of each other and try to, reel in Mayfield, or do they?
Oh man, Mayfield upside down doesn't need to be marshaled though.
All right, so maybe they don't even have to decide.
Cavalieri, let's see if he comes into the pit this time right here, and he does not. Nope. He stays out. I don't see the pit lap. I mean, I've made this mistake. Tessman in at 32:50.
Yep. Tessman in and out of the pits. Looks like he's going to exit right in front of Dakota, so he'll maintain.
He's going to have to come in one more time, no matter what.
Yeah, into the re-enters the track right in front of Dakota. So that's a battle for the third spot. Mayfield's going to be about 2.5 seconds behind Cavalieri this time by the line.
Dakota was in at 29:20, 32:50. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Everyone's got to come back in one more time. And it looks like Tessman got up on the pipe right there. Four-way battle going on. Cavalieri, your leader. He's got a 2.5 second lead. Cavalieri with his associated car out in front. I did speak with Dan Hissam in the warm-up. Hissam told me, hey, we're just messing with ride height right now. I mean, that could be totally way off, but he said that's what we're playing with. We haven't made many changes from where we're already at. In the bin, I believe in pre-tech, Cavalieri was running impacts. I don't know if they ever changed the tires, but impacts are what I saw on his car.
I don't really understand how pre-tech would work if they're going to be allowed to change tires afterward.
Tires isn't something that needs to be teched, though.
No, but if you're going to make the tires that are on the car super heavy when you go in tech, and then you put light tires on it when it goes out afterward.
Hey, that's a good point. I never thought of that.
Make the car way underweight.
Yeah, I don't know what the weight differences are on some of the tires. Who was that? Was that Cavalieri? That was.
It looked like it, yep.
Yeah, he doesn't jump that triple right there. Mayfield goes by, and right there.
Came up way short on the triple, too. That wasn't even really close.
Battle for the lead. These guys are old teammates right here. They've been racing together for years and years and years. Mayfield and Cavalieri.
Yeah, Ryan must have had something happen going up the face of that jump. He wasn't close.
Yeah, Lutz right there. He knows he's a lap down.
Beat it.
Dakota Fan third, Tessman in fourth, Ronafalk fifth. When was Cavalieri's pit lap? Was that his pit lap there? Nope, a few laps ago, a 48.9, so we just missed it, but Cavalieri did come in. No, that was Mayfield's lap. Hold on. Yeah, we must have missed it, but I'm looking as all of it. There it is, 48.1, about 4 laps ago. So Mayfield, your leader, Cavalieri second, Dakota Finn and Ty Tessman. They're in that's the battle for third. I'm not sure there. It looks like there's a little bit of gap between them, 1.1. We're following Mayfield around right there. We're coming down to 9 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this one. We're going to see one more pit stop happen.
It was 0.7 of a second between Mayfield and Cavalieri. Now it's 1.8. Cavalieri with a little bit of a bobble that last lap, and a great lap from Mayfield, 41.054. I believe that was, Dakota was the fastest car on the track last lap at a 40.996. And the gap between Cavalieri and Fenn down to 3 seconds last time by the line. 9 minutes left to go.
9 to go. You're here with the Pro Buggy A-Main event here at the Dirt Nitro Challenge Fear Farm Raceway. Coverage brought to you by A-Main Hobbies and Team Associated. Quick fact here, 10 of the drivers, there's 10 drivers in this race alone listed on top25rc.com. Pretty cool.
Cavalieri through the inner loop, was 1.7 seconds behind Mayfield at the line last time by. Up over the right side triple is where he had a mistake a few laps ago. Mayfield easy over the gap jump. Both of those jumps have made a big impact on the running order of this race so far. A lot of the drivers running up front have made mistakes on the right side of the track. Mayfield diving in here, jumping up the ledge. So we saw in the Truckee Main last night, there were a lot of drivers who came into the pits afterward and the sidewalls of their tires were torn apart because of the cornering loads on some of these high-speed corners. Really made the tire fold over, and because the track has that weird mixture of abrasive sand and being really slick, and it was just tearing the sides of the tires apart. So I have to imagine that's going to be...
I think that's why some of the cars are a little bit edgy at the moment.
Yeah, that's got to be probably a bigger issue here in Buggy. So we'll see if some of the cars start getting a little extra sketchy here in the last 7.5 minutes. 2.7 second lead for Mayfield at the line.
Oh, man, he's upside down.
Yep.
Anti-turn marshal device.
Cut in half.
He's into pit, and that's his last pit stop right there. Mayfield into pit. That's his last pit stop. He's going to come out behind Cavalieri.
Great stop.
And he's also going to be behind, it looks like Tessman right there in front of him. Tessman has to come in one more time as well. And Tessman is ahead of Dakota Fenn right now. Dakota Fenn, though, he looks like he just had a pit lap. He had a 48-second lap 2 laps before this. Ty Tessman's last pit stop was at 32 minutes and 50 seconds. He'd have to be going 13 minutes to make it.
So he's absolutely got to come in. And you know that that's going to just be a killer for those guys to know that they've got one stop left to go. If everyone else is already done with it.
And they were ahead. Actually, the way they had it, the race management was they could have almost had one less stop.
Right. So that's going to be a huge bummer for the Tessman camp. Hopefully, I'm sure they're hoping that he can pull out a little bit of a lead, that they could come in and get some fuel and be back out with good track position. But at the moment, with Mayfield less than a second behind, and now less than a couple tenths of a second behind, up onto the ledge. Mayfield a little wide, but getting a good run to the step-up jump. I wonder if he's just going to follow behind and wait for Tessman to pit. When is Tessman going to pit?
I wonder if he even knows when he's going to pit in the midst of all this.
Yeah, I wonder if Mayfield's crew knows.
Cavalieri's in the pits. That's his last pit stop.
And
Sorry about that.
Tessman just ducked into the pits as well. So Mayfield's going to exit here with
this
the lead.
is going to let them all race. This is going to be good. All of them are going to come out racing, but Mayfield will have a slight advantage right there. He's just ahead of Cavalieri.
And Tessman's going to have quite a bit of work to do. I wonder if he's going to make it out in front of Fenn.
And I believe so, because there he is, and Fenn's right behind him.
Okay.
So if I see that right, those colors on those bodies, they were just at a screen there. Tessman came out of the pits right there. He's just a few seconds back from the leaders, but he's got Fenn all over him.
39-45 down, 5:15 left to go. Now it's an electric sprint race to the finish line.
The Dirt Nitro Challenge, man. Here we go.
Nitro easy.
Yeah.
Mayfield and Cavalieri, what a storied rivalry this is between the two drivers.
Wow.
They do enjoy racing together because they both know how each other drives, and they don't take each other out.
There they are. That's who you're tracking with right there.
I think these guys account for 6 Nitro Challenge championships.
Wow, really?
In Buggy alone. Let's see, Mayfield in 2015 and 2013. Cavalieri hasn't won this race since 2010. He won in 2008.
Look at the gap they have right now. They have a 5-second gap over Tessman right now in that third spot. 4 minutes left to go. The way they're driving, they'd have to crash in order for something to change. But you know what? Mayfield, he's driving his heart out right here. He was a top qualifier in this division. I mean, he's been on fire all weekend. Cavalieri right there within striking distance. They've got Tessman just a few seconds back from them. 5 seconds back on the clock right now. We're coming down to 4 minutes left to go. Once again, the Nitro Challenge proving why it's one of the greatest races in the world. I mean, it is just awesome what's going on out here. Mayfield, your leader, we're tracking with him. TLR 4.0 Reds engines, JConcepts tires, and Sidewinder fuel. Ryan Cavalieri in the second spot, RC8, B3, AKA tires. And, man, check him out. MX engines, and it's Mayfield and Cavalieri. Cavalieri's, he's stalking them. Cavalieri's not one of the people. I mean, there's a lot of people I wouldn't want behind me in the last closing parts of the race, but wow, monkey see, monkey do. They both slide high and hit that pipe. We're coming down to the end of the race here. 3 minutes left to go, and we might have another battle for the final finishing spot. Uh-oh, looked like Tessman got a little bit messed up right back there. I thought he was in the infield. I could see behind me. But here we go. It's on. The battle for the lead. Cavalieri has closed in on Mayfield. Oh, man, here it comes down to the wire again. 3 minutes remaining. It's Mayfield. Cavalieri checks up on the brakes so he doesn't run into Mayfield. I know Cavalieri's on impacts. That's what I saw him driving. I'm 99% sure. I was just in the pre-race container, and I seen the impacts on his car. Mayfield made a tire change, so I'm not sure what he's on yet. No more pit stops, obviously, but Mayfield, he's got himself about a 1 second lead over Cavalieri right now. 2:25 left to go. Tessman 7 seconds back. Oh, Mayfield gets sideways. He doesn't make the step up. Has some problems, and Cavalieri goes by. Oh, and he long jumps there, but then he hits the brake so he doesn't run into him. They both choose that inside line. Coming into the crater corner, and they both kind of get a little bit loose coming out through that berm turn. Mayfield's car getting a little bit loose. He checks up not to get into the back of Cavalieri, goes wide, and then punches it. They both jump up the step up. Here they go, around onto the back straightaway. Man, tail to tail. This is exciting here. 150 to go. It's Cavalieri and Mayfield. Mayfield looks to the inside, and he bicycles it. He can't make the pass. Ryan Cavalieri, Ryan Maifield, great friends. They are both getting married this year as well. They're together on the track. Cavalieri, oh man, that crater corner almost made him go into the pipe there. Your leader, Cavalieri, second spot, Mayfield. Up that step up. They're going to get by, I believe, 2 more laps. They're definitely going to get by for 1 more. Cavalieri leader, Mayfield right behind him. They got a 6 second cushion on Ty Tessman upside down back there in the third spot. I seen him in the background upside down. Dakota Fenn, he's way back right there. So here's the battle for the lead. Cavalieri, Mayfield gets a little bit loose. Misjumps that double jump. 40 seconds to go. They're going to get by for 1 more. This is going to be their last lap as they come by the finish line here in a minute. And it's Cavalieri, your leader. Mayfield gets up on the pipe. Cavalieri's going to have a little bit more breathing room. Wow, everybody going crazy trackside. But Ryan Maifield is known to just throw it all out there and make miracles happen. Let's see what happens here. This is going to be their last lap. It's a sprint to the finish. Cavalieri over the triple, no problems. Here comes Mayfield. Let's see what he's going to do here. He's already closing the gap. Mayfield is on a mission. Oh, and he gets a little bit sideways right there, a little loose. Cavalieri in front of him. Mayfield is punched right now. Let it all hang out. That's time on the master clock. Who's it going to be? Just a few corners left to go. Mayfield reeling him in. Oh, man, let's see if he long jumps. And he does. He sends it. Oh, man, and he almost basically lands on top of him. What a race. What a finish. Ryan Cavalieri flying off the track right there. Cavalieri with the win. Mayfield second. Tessman's going to be third. Incredible race. For Team Associated in the RC8 B3. A lot of work going on over there in the pits all weekend long. Taking the win, Cavalieri. Second spot, Mayfield. Third spot, Tessman. Fourth spot, Ronafok. Then Fenn is in the fifth spot. Then Tebow, Denny, Lutz, King, Bornhorst, and Truey. That's the top 11. All the congratulations going on there to Ryan Cavalieri. Look at all the congratulations going on right there on your screen. Ryan Cavalieri. Look at Mark Pavitas. Job well done right there. Pavitas congratulating his driver. What a race. That was an incredible race, right down to the last lap and the last couple of corners. We've been saying it since we got here, since the second we stepped on this track. This is going to provide for some awesome racing, a lot of passing spots. The layout itself and just the way the layout was, we knew that was going to be provided. You're going to watch some interviews right there. We'll have those interviews for you right up here shortly. Stay tuned. We're going to have interviews. We're going to have a wrap-up report coming to you. It is a Cavalieri with the win. Mayfield, what a third. Tessman's right there contemplating things. Man, what a race for him. That rock took him out. But look at the smile on his face as he watches Cavalieri. Ryan Cavalieri with, wow, all the way down to the last couple laps. Again, I can't believe it. I'm going to go through the order one more time. Your winner, it was Cavalieri, Mayfield second, Tessman third. Rana Falk into that fourth spot. Dakota Fend, he came in fifth. Jared Tebow was sixth. Tanner Denny seventh. Nice run for Tanner Denny. Ryan Lutz eighth. Cody King ninth. Joe Bornhorst 10th. Mike Truey 11th. 12th was Savoya. Rivkin was off the track. Rivkin came in 13th, Newmandahl 14th, and Cole Ogden with the servo failure early in the race in 15th. There's a look at your track right now. Look at how quick everyone got off the track. We're going to have some trophy presentations coming up. We'll have some interviews for you here in a minute, a wrap-up report tonight. What an incredible Dirt Nitro Challenge this has been. I want to thank everybody for tuning in on liverc.com. Coverage was brought to you by A-Main Hobbies and Team Associated. I want to thank everybody for sending in the fan mail all weekend. That was great. I'm going to go to the chat room here for a minute. It was amazing, but it's always the same guys. I mean, they're good. Hitman Hollinger saying it's too bad for Ty. Great coverage, guys. Audio's fine for me. What a race. I agree, Corey. What a race. I had a feeling, man, when we came in here, I was here with Tim Lime, and we were watching the track get put in. I said, man, I didn't know the track condition was going to be that. The surface was going to get so rough. But, I mean, if the surface was good, I was going, this is going to provide for some awesome racing because, guys, there's a lot of passing points. Not too technical, but it became very technical because of the surface. And, man, it was just a great race here at the Dirt Nitro Challenge. All the different classes, all the different winners. Colin Herzog with a clean sweep of the Nitro classes in the expert division. Thank you, Jason Peach, right there. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. AKA Tires taking the win. That's Joel Johnson's girlfriend on there. Yeah, what a race, man. Thank you, Rev Racing. I appreciate that. I mean, there's a lot of great announcers. I'm just so grateful for the opportunity. Now, this is my rookie. It's a rookie time here in the announcer's booth for me. I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. It's one good thing. I mean, it's a cool thing that I've raced for many, many years, and I'm able to bring that knowledge out here. Hopefully you don't feel like I'm talking about the 70s. Nice race, man. Awesome race. We got some interviews coming up here for you. Yeah, I agree. E1 Diablo in the chat room there. Cav is a clean racer. Yeah, you know, there was so much clean racing right there. What's up, Lynn Waldron? Aaron's dad, you're not a rookie. I'm just a rookie here. Hey, it was a great race here, man. All the days. I mean, the coverage was great. The track was amazing. Yeah, it fell apart. The weather was great. I mean, that's one aspect we didn't have this year with the Dirt Nitro Challenge. I mean, we didn't have that crazy weather. It was just beautiful. Hey, and by the way, guys out there, it's my daughter's birthday today. Hannah just turned 2. She's such a little cutie. My wife's been sending me pictures. Yeah, everyone, there was so much clean racing. We got interviews coming up here for you, so stay tuned. Yeah, happy baby, Miss Guest. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it. Rob Jackson. Hey, you know what, Rob Jackson? I found a secret, and Jimmy Babcock turned me on to it. It's the cough drops with honey in them. Ian Stark. Pound happy birthday, Hannah. Man, it thins out quick here. I was outside a little bit earlier before the last two A-mains got started, and a lot of the canopies are already put away, and I was like, whoa, it like transformed. Happy birthday to my daughter. Yeah, she's 2 years old today. Yeah, that wasn't my birthday. Thanks, guys. You know, it's what a privilege to be able to come in here and announce all weekend so people all over the world can hear what's going on. And we just look forward to what's next for liverc.com and all of our coverage. I mean, the whole crew in here. I mean, we got guys outside running cameras, guys in here with technical stuff. We have a line producer, Thomas Tran from RC10.com, running around taking pictures. Aaron Waldron updating the website like crazy. And then he whips his headphones off and runs outside because he wants to get interviews. It's just, wow, what a race.
If I could be in 4 places at once, our
I
coverage would be even better.
How about a 4-headed camera? That's what we need.
Just need a clone machine.
We're looking for some Oakley prescription sunglasses.
We are.
Oh, that's sweet of everybody.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone in the chat room, for all the support. Really hope you love the show.
See you guys at Thornhill later this year.
We put a whole lot of work into this. And
look at the King out there. Or no, that's Neo Buggy, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, getting some close-ups of Cavalieri's car. Some guys are walking the track. Oh, is that Techno?
Yep.
It is. They're collecting data. You're looking in the background out there. That's Daniel Lewis and Matt Wolter from Techno. I wonder how many people are going to be here testing tomorrow or not.
That's true.
It'd be a good time right now because this adverse track condition.
Yep.
I know no one expected this at all.
Nope.
Congratulations, Ryan Cavalieri. What a race.
Look at that, Rev Racing. We need Aaron and Gary at Silver State. So what are you doing in a couple of weeks?
Probably going to Silver State.
Oh, rock on. Whoa.
What was that? So we had something blow up outside. Probably some firecrackers.
Big boom outside the trailer.
Someone's got gas.
You're going to hurt somebody's ears with that.
Halfgate, I'm going to bring my Clodbuster out next year for all those ruts.
Seriously.
See, Proline has a new Clodbuster wheel, that monster wheel, 2-piece. That's pretty cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. $9:20. The mains ended about, 10 minutes ago? 9:10 at night? Hey, at least it wasn't 12 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, anytime you're here, anytime we see you in the chat room here and you come to a race, we're actually there with the trailer and coverage, pop your head in here and say, hey, it's me. Here's my handle. We like to put a face to the name.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Mrs. Joel Johnson's girlfriend there. Hey, man, great win. Congratulations, Team Associated. Congratulations, MX Engines. Congratulations, AKA Tires. MX Fuel. Is that who is running MX Fuel? Or is it Sidewinder still?
Cavalieri's run MX Fuel
and
and engines.
Engines. Airtronics.
Yep. He's been with Airtronics for a really long time.
Yeah, a long time.
A little dark, or does it need to be lighted? Okay. So do we have our 40 over buggy guys here?
We sure appreciate you guys hanging out here in the chat room. We got a couple of recorded interviews. Unfortunately, not able to stream them live. We're trying to get those queued up right now.
4 through 10 will be available right here at the Dirt.
So stick around a little bit. We'll try to get those interviews queued up here for you to be able to watch. And then
All right. So if we're ready, we're going to start the awards program.
get in here to the Team Associated studio for our wrap-up.
Finishing in the number 3 spot, our very own race director extraordinaire, Mr. Kenny Brosh.
Yeah, Rothstein, great point. Mayfield got Cav at the end last year. Cavalieri got Mayfield this year. Those two drivers have won so many races throughout the years, and it's great to see them still battling at the top.
Aaron, scoot them over. Scoot those 2 pillars over and let them sit next to them.
Torian, I'm not specifically sure what the entries are. That's information I'm sure that'll come out throughout the year. Yeah, Neocon, you're right. Yeah, that rock really cost Ty.
Scoot up a little more, Kenny, maybe. Finishing in the 2nd spot in the 40 over, buggy class, Brian Gibbons. And your new 40 over A-Main champion, Don Finkmolder.
Unfortunately, guys, we don't have a...
Until you turn 50, then we'll have a 50 over. It's coming. Yeah, we're all the same.
Hey, guys, if we get the mobile cam working, then we'll be able to show the trophy presentations. But unfortunately, the fact that the interviews weren't live is because we couldn't get the network synced up there. So chances are we probably aren't going to be able to show the awards live. We're going to try.
None of those guys. Yep. Monty Houston was TQ. Monty here? Monty Houston's TQ. All right, smile ahead, guys. Wait. We need the girls. Where are they? What are we doing? Trophy girls. The Dirt girls. Yay! We forgot the trophies last night for the AMA. Now we forgot the trophy girls. We're going to go Sportsman Buggy A-Main next. Sportsman Buggy A-Main next.
Rev Racing, we're going to try to show them as soon as we can. Really sorry for the wait here.
Expert. All right, round of applause for your 40 over champion for the 2016 DNC. Congratulations, gentlemen. Aaron, we help Kenny here. And while everybody's here, can we just, while we're all here, give Kenny Brosh a big round of applause for the extraordinary job that he does. Not only just here, he doesn't do it just here. It's him and his mom and his dad. They're right here, Mr. and Mrs. Brosh. They're with them for the 3 weeks that we're here, and they do so much behind the scenes to help this race happen. I want to say thank you to Jessica and the Brosh family for their help. Thank you, Kenny, for all you do. They allow us to stay at their house, and they do so much for us, so thank you so much for all your help. Mrs. Brosh feeds us the best homemade food you've ever had, so she's selling hash brown casserole recipes right now. I'm online. Up next is the 8-scale Sportsman Buggy A-Main event. We're going to go with the top 3 for the awards. 8-scale Sportsman A-Main. Finishing in the 3rd spot, Steve Crenshaw. Finishing in the 2nd spot, Joe Androgna. And your new 8-scale Sportsman Buggy A-Main champion, Mr. Bobby Jackson. Where's Bobby Jackson at? Sportsman Buggy champion Bobby Jackson, where are you at?
Taking a win and a kick saved in the bottom. So Ryan Cavalieri a 41.4, Mayfield a 41.2, but it wasn't enough. Mayfield 1.1 back, and it's Ryan Cavalieri again atop the world at the Nitro Challenge. Ryan Cavalieri, not his first time for sure. Mayfield David Run. Unbelievable events here. And ladies and gentlemen, good night now. Thank you so much for racing. We loved having you. Ty Tessman rounds out your
Getting high fives from teammates and rivals alike. Congratulations on a hard-fought win.
Yeah, I mean, I was really not that close at the beginning, just kind of picked my way through the track and then found some really good lines at the end. And man, I couldn't even believe that was happening. I was just stoked just to keep with the guys like Ty and Mayfield were kind of checking out, and I was just like, all right, I'll get third, and then just kind of put myself in a good position at the end. So
You sort of feel like you got a second wind at some point?
yeah, I don't know. I just kind of hit some other lines, trying stuff. The track is so gnarly. I mean, it was crazy out there. It's unreal.
You won the Nitro Challenge in the Pro Buggy class, I believe, 2 other times, but it's been quite a while. Does it feel better to get it now than it did back then?
Well, I for sure say this is the closest one for sure. I mean, I lost it to Mayfield last year, so it was good. I mean, it was cool that me and him got to battle it out. I mean, it was just fucking gnarly to drive. So I'm just like ecstatic right now.
Congratulations, Ryan.
Thank you.
Finishing up second here, Ryan Maifield coming so close to getting some mad redemption from last night. Great race there with your former teammate and your friendly rival. You guys raced so well together.
Yeah, that was I mean, that's literally the gnarliest, crappiest track I've ever driven on in my life. I mean, there's just no other way to describe it. I mean, you can't drive your car. You're just barely driving around the track. So I don't know. It felt like my center diff was seized up from the beginning, and I don't know why. I mean, I'm not going to make any excuses. I was on the same. I was on the back straightaway going for the win on the last lap, so I don't really know if I can ask for anything much more than that. I just when I had the lead, I was like, dude, just don't make mistakes, and you cannot not make mistakes on this track. No matter what. I mean, all these guys can say the same thing. So, but my car was really good. The engines were making tons of power. I couldn't get the 9-minute fuel stops that maybe Ty was going to do, but I just wanted to be safe because I just wanted to finish the damn thing just like last night I didn't. So the car was good. I think I had a little bit of problem. Tires were badass, and we'll move on to the next one. I think I proved to a lot of people that I have the speed, that I should have. Maybe the last couple of years has been a little rocky, but for Nitro anyways, and that's all I want to do. I TQ'd all 3 rounds of qualifying and got second. I can't really ask for much more except the win, but it was close.
We saw you make a last-minute tire change right before the race. Was that pre-planned?
Yeah, and I just sent both of them up with both tires up, and I probably should have maybe put both tires in the tech. I don't know. It wasn't a big deal. He confiscated my tires that were on the car, but yeah, that was the plan. If they were gonna put a ton of water on the track, I was gonna run the tires around my car. I walked up here and the thing was bone dry, so I switched tires real quick. So yeah, that was planned.
Congratulations on the second place finish.
All right, thank you.
And then Ty Tessman, kind of a heartbreaker there, had the lead. Unlike last night where you were the one that got lucky, tonight, fluke here with a rock getting stuck in the wheel.
Yeah, it was a good start to the race. We were battling out. I kind of got a little bit of a lead. I just was trying to just cruise around without crashing because it was obvious that everyone was crashing. So I just figured if I could not crash, it would be good. And then I got the rock or something. I don't know if it was a rock, but something jabbed up my rear tire. And then I'm not too bummed out because I know it was nothing I did. I drove as best I could. My car stayed together. And yeah, it was just a good battle. And you win some, you lose some. So yeah.
Imagine that when that happened, your car limping into pit lane, you had to be a little bit freaked out. Was it tough to get your heart rate back down and get focused again?
It was a little bit freaky, but as soon as it broke free, I was kind of relieved again that I could go again. But it was a huge gap to come back from. Just how the pit stops worked out, I was kind of battling back in there. But at this level, you can't make up that much time. So just drove as best I could. I think I made the right tire choice, and yeah, that's about it.
Congratulations on fighting back to a well-deserved third-place finish.
Thank you. I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Hot Bodies, HPI Racing, Proline, OS, A-Main, Sabox, and then my whole family for all their support, Jesse back home watching, and then most importantly, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Congratulations, Ty.
Thank you.
As a top 3 and an absolutely wild conclusion to the 17th annual Dirt Nitro Challenge, we're going to head back down to the Team Associated Live RC broadcast studio for our final wrap-up.
Awards for Pro Buggy up next. All right, round of applause. Wait, one more. Yep. Just on the end here, I think they're just going on the end. Pro Buggy up next. So we got our pro drivers over here. All right, here we go. This is the Pro Buggy A-main event. It was the highlight of the evening. Beautiful race. And it was a hard-fought battle, but it came down to these top three guys. Here we go. First on the podium in the third spot, your current world champion. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Tessman. Finishing in the second spot, not only TQ, it's the hometown favorite. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Maifield. And here he is, Mayfield in the second spot. Mike back on. Thank you. All right, boys, here we go. Let the celebration begin for our champions. Who is going to get it? Boom! Thank everybody. You had a wonderful time. I hope your travels home are safe. And we look forward to seeing you guys again. We'll be ready for the 2017 DNC. Everybody can come back and enjoy themselves, and we hope you had a fun time. Take a hot shower, get a good rest, and get back to your daily lives happily. And we hope to see you guys again. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming. And thank you for everybody who helped make it happen. We had a wonderful event. You're welcome. My pleasure. I'll do it as long as you guys come. If you don't come anymore, we'll do something different. Thank you, guys. Jimmy Babcock, I kept calling you down here, but thank you so much for all your help. Jimmy Babcock kicked the program going fast along with Kenny Brosh. They're a great team. I couldn't ask for two better race directors. And without those guys, I don't know what I'd do. So thank you guys. Thanks to our sponsors and everybody who come out to race. Have a wonderful evening. It's party time.
Feeling the need for speed? Log on to AbsoluteHobbies.com. We stock more of the items you want and less of the items you don't. Most domestic orders ship same day for no extra charge. We carry a full line of nitro and electric RC cars, parts, and accessories, and we have a knowledgeable staff providing phone support from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on weekdays. Tired of waiting for your orders and being treated like a number in line? Make the switch to AbsoluteHobbies.com today, and you will never shop anywhere else.
In the world of radio control cars, only one company has dominated racing for more than 40 years. Team Associated has been building and racing the class-defining radio control cars and trucks, resulting in 24 world championships. No other RC car company even comes close. So drive what the winners drive and get behind the wheel of a Team Associated radio control car or truck and see what you've been missing. Check out Team Associated at rc10.com and join the winning team.
Proven products speak for themselves. JConcepts' reputation is built on the racetrack.
The track was pretty slick, and these things hooked the dirt good, and all around awesome tire. I've been super impressed, and you guys should check them out.
When it comes to longevity, high performance, and championship caliber results, choose JConcepts.
Why do racers from around the world shop at AMA.com Performance Sports and Hobbies? Because winners and world champions shop with the best. We have the hottest new racing kits on the market and the parts and accessories you need to make it to the A-Main. Find out why we're the world's #1 source for the gear you need to make it to the podium. Join the race. Log on to AMA.com.
And welcome everyone to the Team Associated Live RC broadcast studio. We just wrapped up an absolutely mind-blowing weekend here at the 17th annual Dirt Nitro Challenge, capped off with an unbelievable Pro Buggy A-Main event with Ryan Cavalieri and Ryan Maifield, who came down to the last lap last year in first and second, and coming down battling for the win here, finishing a second, just over a second apart. Ryan Cavalieri grabbing an absolutely awesome win here with the Team Associated RC8B3.
I agree, man. What an exciting race. I mean, you can't even script it better than that.
No, it was it had a lot of drama everywhere. We saw Ty Tessman get out front, and just like he did in truck last night, it looked like he was about to check out and just kind of keep this one in control for a long time until a fluke. I don't remember the last time I saw anybody get a rock stuck in the wheel.
It's been a long time since I've seen that.
And, that kind of knocked Tessman out of the race. He was never really in contention for the win after that.
It's a good thing it was just a rocker. He wouldn't even been on the podium.
Right. And Dakota Fenn was running up front early on, not able to keep pace with there, and he ended up finishing 5th behind David Ronafalk, who finished 4th. But out front, Ryan Maifield looked like he was in position to get some serious redemption after last night, but Ryan Cavalieri had other plans.
I agree. And you know what? I mean, they both drove such a great race. Cavalieri just hung in there. We weren't really on where his pit stops were, but it was just an awesome race for the Associated team, for AKA, for MX Racing Engines. And, I mean, wow. I mean, I'm still kind of going, wow, what happened here? I mean, but right down to the last lap. How many races came down to the last lap this weekend, especially today?
Yeah. And
Sportsman, I mean, Expert didn't. Colin Herzig did a great job.
Yeah.
He kind of had a commanding lead. Sportsman came down to the last lap. The last lap again. Last lap in Electric Buggy yesterday. Last lap today in Pro Buggy. And it's just amazing. And Cavalieri, Mayfield, Tessman, these guys just showing their prowess this week. They're just some of the top-rated drivers in the world, and they proved it right now.
I thought the big story there, what created this whole thing, was the track that when everyone got here, they thought was too easy.
Right.
The mellowest track layout we've seen at the Dirt Nitro Challenge in a long time, which ended up being a huge blessing because the surface was a mess.
It's weird, we were all saying, oh, it's not too hard. But it's the Nitro Challenge, and it became hard. It became hard because of the track surface.
Yeah.
And interesting, you were out on your interview, and I was talking to the viewers, and I was like, when I got here, I said, hey, this track layout's going to provide for some great racing. And I never took into play that the surface was going to do that. And it was great racing. It's the Nitro Challenge, and it proves why everyone travels here. They use this as their vacation time. And it's like, even in here in the booth, I mean, you guys can't see us here. I'm standing up, I'm yelling, I'm screaming. What an exciting race for everybody involved.
I actually thought when the surface started to break up and everyone was complaining about the lack of grip, and then we saw people having fuel mileage trouble, I was worried that was going to stop the race from being close. And instead, I think it ended up being the opposite. I think because the track was so difficult, and because there was so little grip, and because you could only go through the bumps so fast, I think that's what stacked everybody up. We saw a lot of times that drivers that started deep in the pack going into the first couple of corners would come out of the first half a lap, in the middle of the pack, or sometimes up even further. And
guys that were bumping were getting great starts. Yeah, I agree.
We saw it, especially even some of the slower classes, that some of the bump ups were bumping up 2 and 3 mains. They were racing for the win in the A, and just an incredible pattern, I think, of great racing across all the heats that we saw today.
Yeah.
On what ended up being a very entertaining track.
And, in the main events, I mean, the lower mains were a little bit different. In the main events, it was some of the guys got out front and they stayed there. No one came back from 13th position and came up with a miracle run. It was, the Sportsman one was a little bit rough, but, I mean, it was the guys that were up front, stayed up front, and it proved that they really were that good on the track this weekend. Unfortunate for Ryan Maifield, running out of gas last night. He was clean swept qualifying, and, it's just an amazing race this weekend. One thing that we kept talking about, it was the tire wear problem, like the edges. I was checking a couple of guys' cars after the race. I ran out there, and it's just, with the square edges in the track, it's pulling that glue bead back a little bit. So you're going into every corner, and, your sidewall's rolled back, and you got that rim now. You're really using rim for traction.
Right, and the rim is digging around, and then when the wheel or tire drops into a hole like that, the tire folds over, it's already beat up and torn up, and then the rim digs into the side of the hole, and it's tossing the car around like crazy, and it really made the racing super unpredictable, and that's what made it a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, it was great. The Nitro Challenge track was a Nitro Challenge track. And so we saw some of the younger guys in the expert class, some of the electric guys did really well out here. That was cool to see.
Yeah, Rudy Rico, Dayton Brown, an awesome run. Both of them race both different disciplines, and Dayton Brown, I mean, it was just an awesome, cool
bumped up
show.
Where he ended up fourth, I believe?
Yeah. And
somewhere around there.
Rudy Rico with a great showing there. CJ Jellin, one of the young up-and-coming stars in 8-scale off-road racing, a great showing from him. But Ryan Cavalieri out front, won Silver State last year, and it had been quite a while since he won Pro Buggy at this race, and came up really close last year, was leading with about a half a lap to go. Crazy that the Pro Buggy main came down to the final lap 2 years in a row like this, but you could see it, Cavalieri, in the emotion in his voice and his word choice, frankly, in his interview, that he was super pumped to get the win here in Pro Buggy.
Yep. And, congratulations to the team. They've been working hard. Old friend of mine, Dan Hissam, he's now one of the engineers they brought on board. Extra set of eyes on the whole program. And I've been watching them. I could walk every time I go take a break. I walk over there. I talk to Dan. I look and view and see what's going on. And they're all really happy right now. And, it's a World's year, and, that's the class we're going to watch. That's for sure. And, a lot going on here. They're going to come out of this with a lot of knowledge. We don't know what's going to happen with the next race, Silver State. Maybe some of the same pothole problems. We'll see.
Yeah, that Dan had his fingers in on this one, and it's going to be interesting to see how the big teams here, Associated, Losi, HB, Techno, Kyosho, so many different manufacturers, Mugen Seiki represented here in the final. And it's going to be awesome to see how much progression there is between now and Silver State, which we will be able to watch live here on liverc.com. For our camera crew, Cole Kaneberg and Bob Kendall, Thomas Tran, our man behind the scenes, producer Eric Jensen, of course our founder Brandon Rohde. He's Gary Guest. I'm Aaron Waldron. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in Las Vegas.
Why do racers from around the world shop at AMA.com Performance Sports and Hobbies? Because winners at World Champions shop with the best. We have the hottest new racing kits on the market and the parts and accessories you need to make it to the A-Main. Your competitors already shop with us, shouldn't you? Find out why we're the world's #1 source for the gear you need to make it to the podium. Join the race. Log on to AMA.com.
In the world of radio control cars, only one company has dominated racing for more than 40 years. Team Associated has been building and racing the class-defining radio control cars and trucks, resulting in 24 world championships. No other RC car company even comes close. So drive what the winners drive and get behind the wheel of a Team Associated radio control car or truck and see what you've been missing. Check out Team Associated at rc10.com and join the winning team.